Hi guys, welcome to Be the Change with Tiffany Lewis. It's Tuesday night, 4th of July. Happy 4th of July. We have a very special guest with us this evening. Her name is Erin. Hi Erin.
Hi Tiffany, happy 4th of July. Sorry, it's not 4th of July, is it?
Yeah, Tuesday.
Why am I thinking it's the 1st of July?
No, Tuesday's the 4th of July. We go live on Tuesdays.
Oh, sorry. See, we are. It's a bit late over here, sorry.
Yeah, what's the time difference over there, by the way?
It's 11:22 p.m. on Saturday, the 1st of July.
Oh my god, that's almost 12 hours. You're 11 hours ahead of I am.
Wow. It's a long time.
That's insane.
I don't know why, but anyway.
Okay, tell us about you.
I guess the main thing at the moment with me is I'm the Chief Operations Officer of a new startup, not-for-profit called Suicide Shutters Families.
Okay.
Which, it was started by a very good friend of mine just under 2 years ago after she lost her husband to suicide.
Oh my gosh.
It was not a good time, but it was just a Facebook page where she just wanted to reach out to a few people and just, she'd have said, if I help one person, my job is done. And
right.
Because I have such a passion for mental health and I have known the family for 20 years, I immediately came on board and helped her with the Facebook page, and it literally just grew and grew and grew, and now in under 2 years we have 243,000
oh my gosh,
followers worldwide. It's just, we don't even know how we've done it. People are like, how have you done it? We're like, we don't know. We're not sure.
It just took off. Yeah.
It was just something. Yeah. People completely resonated with it, which is fantastic. So.
Wow, that's an amazing story. And you said that you are an RN also, so we have that in common.
Yes, we do. I worked for a little while as a registered nurse, but my passion's more mental health, and
right.
to get into nursing in Australia is quite difficult.
Oh wow.
And I would rather be doing this than nursing, to be honest with you.
I know.
Even though I love it.
I get it.
But
it's
you
heartbreaking.
can affect more change this way.
I agree, and it's exhausting. And we're talking that people don't understand these 18-hour shifts. They think that I'm joking when I say I haven't slept in 4 days and just an 18-hour shift, which turned into a 20-hour shift. Like they think I'm kidding or something.
Yeah, and you haven't showered, you haven't had a proper break, you haven't sat down.
You don't even get to sit down, right?
Like, come on, how hard can it be making beds? It's like, really?
Oh, Lord. I know. People really underestimate. Anybody tells me that they want to go into nursing, and I promise you, I try my hardest to defer them from that field, unless it's a specialty, like, pediatrics or something like that. If it was a specialized field and you want to do that, okay. But general nursing, nope.
Yeah, I completely agree with you as well.
They're like, why do you feel that way? I'm like, well, because I worked in the ER for half my life. That's why I feel that way.
Yeah, that would be a very traumatic kind of, not only is it fast paced, but you also, because I don't think you take on the emotions of everyone that you nurse and the families as well.
Right, and you become a grief counselor, and they don't train you for that. You know what I mean. There's no training for that, and I can't stress that enough to people that want to go into the nursing field. I'm like, you do not understand that what you learn in a textbook is not at all what it's like in a real hospital situation. They can't teach you that.
Not at all, yeah.
It's emotionally exhausting, right?
It is, and I think that there are two kinds of nurses. There's, you either really want to do it and you love it, or you've only done it because you didn't get a high enough score to get into another course at uni. There's never really an in-between, I find, with nurses, and I think that's what I found quite challenging, because like, I absolutely loved it, but then working with people who were very strong personalities, not the nicest people.
I know.
Not the most helpful people. It's, it takes a lot of toll.
It does. They're
completely.
Especially the, higher up nurses, even though you're on the same level, they're very get out of my way, push and shove.
Yes, very much so.
Not so different from the nonprofits here, by the way.
Yes, I've heard about that. I can't, but that's very different to how it is here. We all sort of try and support everyone and raise awareness together, but
it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's quite odd that people jostle for popularity over there, but if it's coming down to $1, it's a little bit sad.
It is sad. It really is. I mean, you're not supposed to be in it to make money, but it's just not like that here. Everybody's in it to make money. I guess like big corporations, and even big corporations that say that, we'll support our community and just send us an application and we'll send you some funding, and then they reject you right off the bat. Biggest corporations you can imagine. I'm not going to drop names. Oh no, we only support, cancer and crisis relief. And I'm like, okay, then why did you tell me to apply for that?
Ridiculous.
Oh
no, that is not fair at all.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
now
the reality.
I feel like I need to advocate for change over there for that, as well as do this mental health in Australia, because it's just not the way it should be.
I agree. We should all be working together if we're in the same field and we all want the same end result. I think we should all come together, and there aren't that many of us in this exact field. Suicide prevention, suicide awareness, anti-bullying. There aren't that many. There's only 4 or 5 of us globally.
Wow.
I don't understand why we're not coming together, but that's what it is over here. It's completely different.
Well, we're definitely ready there and happy and willing to come together with anyone who is like-minded. So we've got your back all the way from over here.
And that's why I love you. Okay, so tell me a little bit more about your nonprofit.
So it's basically a brand new baby, and it all sort of got hurried along because we have been included in a new nationwide initiative in Australia called Challenge for Change, which is encouraging. Yeah, it's encouraging people to use non-motorised transport. Between August the 21st and the 26th. So it can be a day, it doesn't have to be the whole week. Okay. So you can pogo stick, you can hula hoop, you can do any activity you want.
Wow.
And we're one of the featured charities next to Beyond Blue, who are probably one of the biggest mental health and suicide, crisis line charity over here, and Lifeline, Reach Out, some other really, really amazing organisations. So that's just a huge honour for us. So at the moment we're trying to just spread the word about that.
Good.
To get people to, it's all about raising awareness for mental health and well-being through exercise and,
Okay, so it's sort of like Mental Health Awareness Week over here. I mean, there isn't hula hoops and transportation, but they dedicate, we just went through Mental Health Awareness Week. So it's sort of an extension of that. All right, let's bring it to the U.S. What are the dates and what do we have to do? I'm all over this.
I am just going to get it up on my phone because I couldn't find my book. I was in a bit of a rush. But the website, if anyone wants to look at it, it's challengeforchange.com.au.
Okay, Challenge for Change.
And it's the number 4.
Hold on, Challenge for Change. Change.com.
.com.au. And so this is the first year that it's run. So
hold on, .ou?
.com.au, yeah.
AU. Gotcha. Okay. All right.
AU, yeah.
Gotcha.
And Stephanie Rice, who was an Olympic swimmer.
Wow. Uh-oh. You still with us?
She's one of... Hello?
Yeah, okay, I hear you now. I think it broke up for a minute. You were saying Stephanie Rice is an Olympic swimmer. That's as far as we got.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she's one of the ambassadors, which is amazing.
Great.
And yeah, there's just aimed at schools, sporting clubs, community groups, and it's just a really easy way to get out with your friends, do something fun, do something easy, do a marathon for a week if you like. You can do whatever you like, and then choose a charity of your choice to donate to. So yeah, it's an awesome cause.
That is crazy. Okay, what are the dates?
It runs from just
You know, I'm writing this down, just so you know. I'm writing this down because I'm going to be the biggest advocate for this on the upcoming dates. Because I want people to be a part of this. I want that to be here too. I want us all to come together globally, and we're very like-minded. Let's bring it here too.
I'm just going to how it all works. Sorry, I'm on the website clicking around, and phones, you know how they are. So It's August the 21st to the 26th.
All right, great.
Year.
Okay.
But you can start doing something now. Like, you don't have to do it specifically in that week.
Okay.
If on the website, if you're a school, you can click. There's heaps of links for them. There's a lot of challenge ideas that you can do.
Cool.
A lot of resources for media and different things. So, yeah, it's
so you videotape it. You're videotaping the challenge, right?
No, it's just anyone around Australia doing whatever they want. It might be a mother's group that goes for a walk every Monday, and
gotcha.
So yeah, they decide that they might each of them will donate $5 to a certain charity for Challenge for Change that day. So they register on the website for free.
Okay.
Choose their charity, choose their challenge, and have fun with it.
Okay, are you guys included in their charity?
We are, yeah. We're one of the
featured.
Yeah, we are. But I have to say, our website is still under construction because that's been one of my responsibilities. One of many. But, we're there along with the other... there are 5 featured charities.
All right, so 5 charities.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
Good. I'm all over this. You know me. I'm going to put it all over Facebook and social media. You know that this is going to be huge for you.
I would like to see a challenge involving your little pet dragon.
Oh, you don't think I will? I promise you I will.
I know, and this is going to be awesome.
But I'm going to videotape it somehow and send it. I want the world to see that. Yeah, okay, so we're going to challenge with my dragon. You got this.
Yeah, maybe you can get another dragon. They can have their own challenge, and...
That would be so funny. Oh, that would be hilarious. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's funny.
I would actually pay to see that as well.
That's happening. That will be on YouTube in the next, that will be on YouTube by August 25th. I assure you of that.
This is going to be an internet sensation.
Too funny, though. And what a wonderful cause. Okay. I would switch it up a little bit because you said a word that triggered me a little bit. You said the word challenge, and I need to talk about this one with you, and the whole world needs to know about this. Have you heard of the Blue Whale Challenge? You have any idea what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Oh, my God. All right, let's tell them what it's about a little bit before we get into that discussion.
Am I going to say if I think this is the text message game, isn't it? Where they're given steps and at the end of the challenge, it's suicide, basically?
Yep. And it goes by many names, so I didn't even know about the text, to tell you the truth. This is where you and I are going to come together and we're going to enlighten the world on what the truth is, because it's actually pretty hard to get into this program. And it's aimed at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, right?
Yeah.
A 50-day
kids,
challenge.
It's
right.
really taking over Russia.
I
It's
know.
really popular there.
130 deaths in Russia already. It's come to the UK, and it's officially landed in the United States in 2 months.
Yeah.
2 months' time.
It's just so... I think I saw an article in the paper about it when it first came out, and someone had, self-harmed but carved a whale into their arm. And
yes.
I was like...
You have to carve a whale into your arm, and you have to dye your hair jet black, and then on the 50th day, you have to go to the tallest building and kill yourself.
It's horrendous. And what I've researched is, but I'm not sure if it's true or not, but...
Oh, it's true.
Because it's all SMS...
okay, so that I didn't know. How on earth did you find out that it was through a text? Because that explains why you can't get the app. I get that now.
Googled and stuff, and I found that because you're giving them your personal information,
no, they're tracking you, honey. They
log
track
in or
you.
Whatever.
Yeah,
they are sending you things, so they're still getting you. And
oh yeah.
Whoever came up, this is the most sickest. It's
I know,
murder to me.
I know. Okay, so between what you and I both just know and just said, see, I knew that they were tracking me when I attempted to be a quote-unquote child to get the quote-unquote app called Blue Whale, which goes by 30 or 40 different names because they keep switching their IP address. I'm going to try to put it in layman's terms because not everybody is really into technology. They're not geeks like me. So what happens is when you use the Wi-Fi from your house and you start Googling it on your computer or your phone, because you're using the IP router in your house, it starts tracking you immediately. Your phone starts glitching, it starts getting hot, you start getting spammy emails, and based on what you just told me, then it starts sending you text. And that's how you get to the 50-day challenge? Wow.
Yeah, it is so disturbing, and I mean, if I had a child, they would not have any form of social media, any access to anything, because it's just so frightening.
I know. And did you hear about their group called VK?
No.
Okay, good. So, have you tried to do this? Have you tried to get this quote-unquote app yet? Have you gone as far as I've gone and actually attempted it yet?
I went as far as seeing what I could do, but then I was too afraid that they were going to take over everything, so I chicken. Right. I wasn't as brave, so yeah.
Okay.
But look, so what?
Okay, so I tried to actually get in the club. I posed as a child. I didn't even get as far as my name, age. I never even got that far. As soon as you Google it here in the United States, it starts tracking your phone right then. Then it takes you and pushes you over to Outlook. It's a, email program. Pushes you over to Outlook. It sends you a zipped file. You open that file, and again, your phone is blinking and flashing and getting hot. You've been being tracked since the second you Googled the word blue whale, right? And so you open the zip file, and then it goes, do you want to be a mentor or a submissive? And I've already made a YouTube video about this, girl, and I can't even tell you how frustrated and angry, and we're not going to get me angry again, but, it bothers me. So, but now I just found out from you that they're using the scare tactics that I knew they were using, and they're texting these children. That's insane to me. See, I knew they had their IP address, right? So I knew that they could use that as a scare tactic. Once you get someone's IP address, you now know where they live. You've got their name. They were probably honest enough to tell you what grade they're in and what school they go to, because you have to register,
Yeah.
So they're probably going to their school, right, and threatening them, and now they're texting them.
Well, yeah, because that's one of the, and again, I don't know how reliant this publication was, but I have heard it from other people as well, is that kids, it's like them being bullied by this thing on their phone that's telling them that they need to take their life, that they need to self-harm, that they're...
I know.
And it's so relentless.
I know, and that's how they get them to go through with it.
But I just don't understand how this is legal anywhere
It's because they are hackers. Again, I don't know how much people know about technology. I'm not going to admit how much of a geek I am, but I know a lot about technology. And so you have a setup. There's actually a movie made about this that I don't know the name of it, but there is a movie that is about this. And then 2 months ago, that movie became a reality. It's exactly like this. It's a chat room that only the cool kids can get into. It's really hard to get into this quote-unquote chat room, right? You get in there, and then you have to agree to become a mentor or a submissive. And it's a room full of adults in some discreet location, some warehouse in Russia or wherever. Yeah. And they change their IP address. Every time they get tracked by, like, the FBI or something, they may shut that IP address down. But these hackers have 20, 30, 40, 50 servers. And they know how to change their IP address every 3 minutes. You'll never track them. You track them and you shut one down, they've got 40 more ready to go. And there's 20 people in this room all doing the same thing, and usually one ringleader or whatever. And I swear to God, there's a movie about this that just came out.
I think that I remember seeing a trailer for a movie like that, actually, not so long ago. But it's just
the same thing.
It's frightening. Like, I just don't know what's happening to the world. Like, why is this okay? Why do people think this is fun and it's a game, and it's not a game, and it's not a joke, and
it's like a cult where they think they're going to gain some powers at the end of the day by jumping off the tallest building and killing themselves. What powers are you going to gain? But the problem is that they're really, really young and they don't know any better, so and they're vulnerable.
Yeah, exactly, and that's where it's just so wrong on so many levels, and it just blows my mind that it even exists, to be honest with you, because it just doesn't seem real to me. It's something that's just so out of my concept of thinking that I could think would happen, but unfortunately it is, and it's
138 verified deaths. Okay, so my question is, what is wrong with these parents? Why would you let your 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12... Why would you even allow them to have a phone that allows them to have even so much as Safari on it? They make those track phones where all you can do is dial numbers. Why would you give your kid a smartphone? That, to me, even blows my mind, I
think especially with this, hopefully parents will start to wisen up, but I also think that parents,
don't know about it.
I have friends who have 2-year-old kids that can work iPads better than I can. It's just...
I know. I get it. I have one of those. I get it.
I'm like, how do you know how they don't know how to play a puzzle, but they can work the iPad and get into my phone with a lock on it.
I know.
I really know. It needs to be really made more public and spoken about more.
My point, yes. It needs to be known. It's only a couple months old, and I find it ironic that it starts in February, and so does Pens for Pals. I find it very ironic that it literally starts the same time that we started our nonprofit.
That's...
So, that was like a dagger through the heart right there to find out that.
I can imagine it would have been. But it's just also made you and it's made me actually now hearing that just that much more fired up to end. And how do we end this? Like,
we blow it up. We make it
madness.
We make it so popular, and we expose it so much, and we just really, really, really expose it. It's not like it's hard to find the articles. You can find articles, but nobody's listening. They're not. Either they think that we're joking, or it's not that serious.
And I think the hard thing is as well, I don't know what the media is like over there, but when it comes to reporting on suicides here, they don't. You might hear that, there was an incident, and if you need to speak to someone, please call Lifeline. But they won't report on it, and so it's almost like, are they not reporting on this because of the
that
scare kind of thing, or
right? It's because it's a cult thing, and they don't want to scare anybody, which is the exact opposite of what needs to happen. They need to scare people. Right.
I'm terrified, and I'm 36, so it's definitely something that needs to be spoken about and out there, and everyone needs to know about it.
I agree, and I don't know how else to go about it, but the group of hackers, they're called VK. I don't know what that stands for. And the blue whale goes by so many other names, but the group of hackers is called VK. So I would even be on the lookout for those two letters.
I'm going to do my own little research as well, I think.
Be careful when you do that. Go to like a public library and use Wi-Fi somewhere public. Don't use your home Wi-Fi because it starts tracking you.
Yeah, that's a really good idea, actually. Mm-hmm. I'll go down to the library and then it can just get everyone else. No, just kidding.
No, but it can't track your home.
It can't track me there. So, right. Because you don't know what they can do. If they can do this by just a text or an email, whatever.
Right.
You don't know what else they're capable of.
Exactly my point. So I've even in the YouTube video I made, I've told everybody just don't even Google it unless you're smarter than a hacker. Don't even think about Googling it from your home. I mean, I wouldn't suggest Googling it at all, but this is from the point of you and I are trying to help get the word out there. So if you're going to Google it, go to a public library and Google it, or, just don't do it on your own device because then it starts tracking you. You'll notice these emails that you get, since it sent you to Outlook, all of a sudden you'll start getting these weird emails that say stuff like, are you suicidal? We're here. We can help you. That's how they lure you in. For real.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. It's so much worse than I'm saying right now because I've just been so angry about it since I found out about it the other day. The carving the whale into the arm, the dyeing their hair jet black, the jumping off the building. I mean, these are signs people need to be paying attention to. If your 7-year-old says, I want to dye my hair black, there was something seriously wrong with that. Yeah.
But it's just, I guess it gets to a point when they start doing noticeable things, especially with the self-harm, it's gotten so far, the parents are almost powerless to stop it because... I
mean, almost, but not quite.
Not completely, but if it's, if they've been able to get away with a lot until they maybe do the whale thing.
I gotcha. I agree. It's the parents' duty to be checking. I'm not going to tell them they can't give their kids phone, but don't give your kids phones that have, Wi-Fi and smartphones, smart devices. If you want to give your kid a phone for your child's safety, so that they give it a phone that's like a track phone that only has numbers on it that they can dial and memorize a phone number.
Exactly.
They don't need the internet.
They don't need social media. Like, social media is causing so many problems with the younger generations.
Right.
And
there's so much just being targeted.
It just needs a lot of change to happen, I think, on pretty much a worldwide scale.
I agree. And they're making it look cool. It's cool. It's so cool to get into this. Oh, Mom, it's the coolest chat group I finally got in. It's crazy to me that is what one would consider cool. But then again, I remember being 13, 14, 12, 15, trying to fit in, right? You're trying to identify who you are as an individual, and that takes a long time to do. You're having an identity crisis,
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure it out at 36, but when I was that age, I hadn't had no concept of anything, but just would go along with what people were doing just to be liked, because I didn't want to be bullied, which I was. And and so people who are getting bullied, young kids now, and then getting into this, it's just
they
my
have
heart just
power
breaks
now. Yeah.
It's awful.
So you were bullied also as a child?
Horribly.
Wow.
To the point where my brain has actually, I can't remember certain events that happened because I was so traumatic at the time. Like, my mum will remember things that I can't.
Wow.
yeah, it's started when I was in year 7, so I would have been 12. And I think that a lot of it stemmed from jealousy because I was the head girl of the school, kind of voted in by my peers the year before.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, overnight, my life, it was absolute torture, complete torture.
What
And
happened?
it didn't even end after the school year finished. They were coming and spitting on my front door when I was at another high school, making prank phone calls, just the mothers as well. The mothers all got involved in it. It was honestly...
I believe it.
I horrible.
Do. So they follow you from school to school, and I mean, they're putting their hands on you. They're...
Just the words and the... I think that, this is one thing that Mum was telling me that I couldn't remember, but our final year 7 trip that we went on as an excursion thing,
right,
we will come on the bus as a group on the way back, and I was sitting alone near the front of the bus, and everyone was flicking me with rubber bands, and I just sat there. Like, none of the teachers did anything, by the way, when they were all aware of it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and the next day was our last day of school, and Mum said I got off the bus hysterical, and she said, you don't have to go to school tomorrow, and apparently I just said, no, I am going in and I'm going to finish this.
That's right.
And I wish that that I had that sort of strength now, because I don't, because what happened during that time, has affected me for the rest of my life in a lot of ways, and I don't think people realise the impact that their words, their actions just have on people. And so it wasn't the best time, but at least it's given me insight and empathy, and I can now
that
passionately try and support other people so they don't have to go through the same thing.
I know, I get it. So how long did the bullying go on? All the way through high school?
It's sort of, because I went to a different high school to everyone else. It lasted pretty much all the way through year 8 from the people who I had been to primary school with. But it was. I would see mothers at the shops, and it was just, I can't even get words out because
I know.
It comes to me in little flashes. But just the things the mothers would say to me if my mum would never treat someone's daughter the way that I was treated by some of those parents, and I would love to see them now and just sit them in a room and say, you haven't broken me, but I don't know how you could think that what you did was okay, because what your children did and how you behaved was disgusting.
The irony is that those parents have children that either become bullies as well, or their next generation down is going to get bullied. Everything comes around full circle.
It is, and that's the whole thing. And I am just lucky that I am not like any of them. I, would never treat another human like that. And if my mum treated one of my friends like that, I would be mortified.
I know.
And I feel sorry for them. And I'm the winner at the end of the day, because I'm not one of their children and I'm not one of the bullies. But I wish that they all knew the actual impact that it had on me. Like, I was diagnosed with PTSD because of it.
So what would you say to them right now, if you could, just in the off chance that they were actually listening right now?
If they were listening right now, I would just say, if you have children, how would you feel to know that your child was treating someone like this? How, I understand that they're young, whatever, but the mothers especially, I just think they're disgusting. I think their behaviour was appalling because they're the adults. And to the mothers, I would just say you've raised kids exactly like you, and
That's
I
right.
hope that you're happy, because you're not a nice human, and I don't think that your children are going to be really top humans either. But
That's right, though.
yeah.
I mean, people don't comprehend that we are a product of our environment. So if you're being abused at home, you're going to become a bully. End of story. And it's sad, but it's true.
It is, and the worst part is that if you're the victim at a primary school and you go to a teacher and the principal and they all say, well, you're the head girl, so it's your responsibility, we're not doing anything, and they literally shun you.
I know.
And you've got nowhere to go. That makes it even worse, because like my poor mum tried to do everything, but there was nothing we could do.
Well, the world's changed since you and I were in those grades. And because you and I and a lot of other people have, have these nonprofits, and we target teachers and students and guidance counselors and law enforcement, people are finally starting to wake up a little bit.
They are a little bit, but they're not enough.
I know.
They're not.
I know.
Like, particularly my old school, I have sent them numerous letters over the years, and they all go unanswered.
Wow.
And I just think if I had grown up and been at school in the age of Instagram, Facebook, everything, it would have been so much work. Like I shudder to think what it would have been like. And
I know.
Yeah.
Thank God we didn't have internet back then, and videotapes, because oh my gosh, they put everything on the internet.
We didn't even have typewriters then.
I know. Landline telephones.
Young people were listening. What's a typewriter?
I know. I really know. I mean, that part's funny, but the rest of it's not funny. And we just need to implement more programs that are targeted at children that we know are being bullied. And then some of the signs are obvious, and some of them are not so obvious. But normally the ones that are being bullied are a little bit isolated, and there's just something a little bit different. They do. They withdraw. They start dressing differently. They get real quiet, where they used to be, really popular and really outgoing. That's an obvious sign that something is wrong. So we need to implement and create programs that targets those kids, that gives them a safe alternative way to be able to communicate about this without further harm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
a lot of them are too afraid to say anything, because then if the bullies find out, there's the retribution.
I know.
It needs to be a worldwide, same thing, I think, everywhere. This is what happens, and
I know, I agree.
Yeah. I agree. There's so much to be done.
I know. And I mean, we've implemented just one program, but there needs to be a million programs out there. Our program is called Brave Card Safe Adult, and we hand them out to children at schools and shelters and just, everywhere.
That's an amazing
everywhere
idea,
at all. And it's got, a phone number on it, my phone number, not a phone number to a hotline, my direct phone number, and I'll walk them through. Just listen to the child. Don't do anything yet. I mean, just listen to the child. Don't cause them any further harm. Don't get them in trouble, because as soon as you quote unquote tell, you just made it a billion times worse. You don't know what it's like to be raised in a home where if you tell on that parent or that child or that whatever, how much worse that it just got made for that kid. So we need a lot more programs like that. Safe places that they can actually talk about what's going on without being judged and without anybody having an opinion. Okay, I actually think that we lost our call with Erin, but that's okay. It was a wonderful show this evening, and thank you so much for tuning in.
I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Have a great night. Thank you.